Weekly roundup, weekly update, weekly Wednesdays, weekly something. I can't remember what we call these. Anyways, quests came out. We've got some leaks. We've got like 3 weeks left. Here we go. So the quests are pretty much the same as they always have been, minus a few outlying weeks. Basically, it's do a little bit of damage, equip some stuff, and move on to the next thing. We're not really going to go over honor quests because they're basically the exact same as the story quests, just a little bit more difficult. Not even that much more difficult. So the story quests are Jack of all gauntlets. Equip 3 different elemental gauntlets in one match. That's it. You go to a chest, you see a tox gauntlet, pick it up. You then see a fire gauntlet, drop your tox, pick up the fire. You then see a stone, drop your fire, pick up the stone. It doesn't have to be all at the same time. You don't have to use spell sling or anything like that. It's just pick them up, drop them if you want to. And your class gauntlet doesn't actually count. So that one, you have to get a different one. In that regards. Then the second one is Halcyon Hero. Deal 200 damage in 4 Halcyon, which shouldn't be very difficult because Halcyon is probably the most contested spot, being that it is the very center of the map. And you could probably just play Clash and still drop in the very center of the map and go there. So there's that one. Then you've got number 3, which is Knockout. Disrupt 5 players. That does not mean exile them. Just knock them down. They have a little yellow orb. They can be rezzed and you can just knock them again and that counts as 2. So that's very, very similar to the style we've been getting. This pretty much this whole chapter, which we know that chapter 2 will be better, and we know that there is 1 week left that has a good quest in it because there is a little feather fall fracture thing that we saw in the chapter 1 trailer thing, which hopefully we get in chapter 1. I think it's probably going to be the last week because that would just make sense to go out on a bang, and who knows from there. So we're just going to get straight into the fact that we got a little bit of we kind of put some thorns in some heels with a tweet that I posted, which basically was talking about my least favorite, or the 3 things that I think are holding Spellbreak back, one of which was like fights feel the exact same, gauntlets don't really have a true identity between class and gauntlet. And what I meant by that was fighting against fire and fighting against pyro feels very much the same. Fighting against lightning and fighting against conduit feels very much the same. Same with stone and stone shaper. Tox feels a little bit different because you've got Shadow Step and Invis on Toxicology that gives you a bit of a damage boost, and then Frost you're hovering versus not hovering, and then Tempest you are jumping versus wind spamming. And those 3 feel a little bit different, but the other 3 are feels the exact same. And basically what I meant by fights feel the same is it's just spam everywhere. Anyways, Dan responded with I'm not sure I buy this one, which I totally get. I wasn't very clear with what I was saying. Even if I was clear, he still probably might disagree, which is totally fine. But at the end of it, he replied to Phoenix, and Phoenix went on and tried to clarify what I was saying, and then kind of interjected with his own thing. And then Dan at the very end, Dan Ogles, which by the way, if you don't know who Dan Ogles, he's the director of gameplay for Proletariat. Anyways, he said in response to what Phoenix said was, Fervor has been on my shit list for a while. Talent shakeups coming in chapter 2, which right off the bat, I was like, okay, I know Dan does not like Fervor. Dan, from what I know, Dan would rather it be gone than him to really worry about dealing with it. So my immediate thought was, okay, they're gonna get rid of Fervor and maybe up the spell cast speed of every other gauntlet, which I'd be down for in that 10 to 15% range, which is 15 is Fervor's base. So that 10 to 15% would be right around sweet spot, I think. Except for lightning, just please, and wind, just leave it down. If that's what they do. Because tonight on Tuesday, which you're seeing this on Wednesday, but Tuesday, yes, Tuesday, Jesse streamed, and we all know who Jesse is. We all know who Dan is as well. But Jesse streamed, and he gave us questions to answer in HoloBot, which if you don't know what HoloBot is, it's basically like a season pass that gives you some skins through Discord, answering some questions that you would tune into Proletariat streams and Jesse streams, and they give you prompts and you enter it in, and you get points for skins like Lavender or Hollow or Nightshade and some other ones. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, he had 3 questions tonight. One was 4 points, and whether he did this on purpose or not, you'll see why. Ingenious, whether he did it on purpose or not. The second question was 1 answer. And then the last question was, how expensive is the most expensive talent? How many points is it? Whereas we all know it's 3, right? I guess it's not any more because we were all wrong. It's not 3. So I know it's not gonna be 2. So I went up 1 and guessed 4, and I was right, which isn't the right answer unless it is in chapter 2, in which case there's a leak there. So we have 4-point talents now in chapter 2, not chapter 1. But we only have 6 points to spend them on. That's how it works, unless they're changing that whole system and whatever. But like, if you only have 6 points and there's a 4-point talents, that means you technically can, if you use one of those 4-point talents, you technically will only have, you'll be able to use a 3-point with it, or 2 2s. You'll have to use a 4 and a 2, or a 4 1 1. But I mean, hopefully we'll get some more leaks or some more trickled information as we go with these next, cause we only have 3 weeks left. So they'll probably start giving us some official content maybe 2 weeks before, or a week before, maybe even this week. I mean, who knows? We'll probably get trickled information this whole time and stuff like that. So anyways, if you want to catch a little bit of information on the daily, Jesse does drop his little daily list of what he's doing. It's very short and you probably won't get much of it because to me it doesn't make a lot of sense always. Like yesterday's was 2 by 1 one-on-ones. I think it's like probably 2 meetings one-on-one, and then need to figure out an alternative way to do chapter 2 things, UI sync and green light meeting. We don't really know in depth what these things are, but they're there. And then he'll do things like we actually made even more changes to thing than I realized. I guess now that's This is figuring out a spicy leak to stream tonight with Doggles, and in doing so realized we actually made even more changes to thing than realized. The leak was about talents, so that means he makes more changes than he realized. I mean, there's a lot of changes to the talents. Wow, I didn't even think about that till right now. Interesting. I'm pretty pumped. This is getting me kind of excited. There's gonna be a lot of switch ups. So we've got, we know we've got the new mode. We know we've got the new ranked stuff. Now we know that all talents are changing. We've got definitely gonna have some balancing issues. The game's probably gonna feel completely new, and that's totally fine. It needs it, honestly. So guys, that's this week. I'll see you Friday for another video, or you can pop in stream. I stream every single day of the week. No weekends, no Saturday, Sunday, unless it's a special occasion. But every day of the week, 9 a.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern, unless it's like a launch day or a special day on Spellbreak where I stream for 12 hours from 9 to 9. So I'll see you there, or I'll see you Sunday, or Friday, not Sunday. I'll see you Friday. Please like and subscribe for Dan, the editor. We love Dan. He's a cute boy. He's a cute Canadian boy. We love Dan. Peace, guys. See ya.